Welcome back to E-Town Tunes. This is episode 2. My name is Tim Lister. I'm a junior here at ETHS, and it's my honor to welcome Luciya Sullivan. Introduce yourself. Say hi.
Hi guys, my name's Luciya Sullivan, and I'm a junior at ETHS, and I play banjo.
Luciya, tell us a little bit about how you started out playing the banjo, getting into music, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I grew up in North Carolina, and me and my older sister Soraya, she's now a freshman in college. We started playing when I was about 5 years old, and she was about 7. So we were pretty young, but yeah, I mean, in North Carolina there's a lot of bluegrass, so I started on banjo, she started on guitar, and we were just surrounded by a lot of inspiring people, so it was really easy to sort of get into that style of music, and yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So would you say bluegrass or like folk is how you would describe your music the best?
We sort of do a mix of both a little bit of country, but mostly bluegrass, yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Did you guys ever talk about it growing up, like you wanted to form a group or like a duo, or did it kind of just happen naturally?
It sort of just happened. I mean, I think it started where we would perform at farmers markets in North Carolina, and then also here when we moved here in about 2015. And then from then on, I mean, people liked our music, so we just kept playing together, yeah.
Yeah, that's so much fun. I can't imagine how your parents must feel like growing up. I feel like there would always be music playing in the house. Was that kind of the experience?
Yeah, well, both of my parents are actually also musicians. So my parents both play classical saxophone, which is very different. But so they understand loving music. They're always very supportive. So yeah.
Yeah, that's so much fun. Who would you say has influenced you growing up? Was it your parents, or did you have sort of artists out there that you'd love to listen to and try to replicate their sound?
Well, actually, I'd say my mom was my first biggest inspiration. She sort of had a lot of hobbies. So one of her little hobbies was banjo. She only played it for a couple months, but then when I was little, I would listen to her practice, and I would sit in and she started noticing that, and she got me banjo lessons, and then I just sort of took it and ran with it.
Yeah,
so yeah.
That's fun. That's great. So has your sound with your sister kind of changed since you've moved to Evanston? I can imagine it's a little bit different. The music scene is definitely different.
Yeah.
So how do you think that's affected the way that you two play music?
I wouldn't say it's changed a whole lot. We've definitely both grown a lot as musicians, but we still go to a lot of music festivals and everything, so we always stay very motivated, always very inspired by the people around us. There isn't a whole lot of bluegrass in Evanston, so it's pretty hard to keep in connection with a lot of those bluegrass people when we're here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've both progressed as musicians over the years. So
yeah. I'm glad you guys are bringing that side of music to Evanston. I feel like that we could always use a little bit more of that diversity in that sound. So yeah, it's really great.
Thanks.
I feel like, I don't know, I've had this thought. I couldn't imagine playing music with a sibling for so long and then thinking about playing with anyone else. Do you have that kind of experience?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. No, it's been really weird because she is a freshman at college this year. She's at Berklee College of Music in Boston, so she's really far away.
Yeah.
And we're really close. We don't really fight. We get along really well and everything. So it's been definitely weird. I have a few bluegrass friends here that I jam with, and we sing harmonies together and everything. But it's very different. It's still it's very enjoyable. It's fun. It's just weird playing with not the person I've been playing with my whole life, basically.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How does the songwriting process go with you two? Does one of you handle the lyrics, one of you the harmonies? How does that kind of go?
So Soraya's usually our lead singer. I sing lead on a few songs, but she mostly writes all of our vocal songs that we perform, and then I don't write vocal songs, but I really enjoy writing banjo songs, but most of them end up not being bluegrassy. They're sort of more classical, so we don't usually perform them.
Got it.
But yeah, so I usually sing high harmonies, and she usually handles vocal songs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. And since you talked about performing and going to festivals, what was your experience like at the Evanston Folk Festival that happened just recently?
Yeah, that was awesome. it's like I said, there's not too much bluegrass here in Evanston, so it was so nice to see something like that where, there's like representation, and like it was so nice to see such a big crowd and like people enjoying that kind of music. So it was really inspiring actually. But it was a great festival to play. Yeah, people seemed to like it.
Yeah, I can imagine that'd be so much fun. Did you guys like finish off and then like get into the crowd and watch everything else happen?
Yeah, we went in, like everyone else on the lineup was incredible. We got to see Sierra Farrell and everybody was great.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I can imagine. That'd be awesome. Do you have any more aspirations to go on and perform, like on bigger stages out there in the world?
Oh, yes. So touring is our goal. We're working on, so we actually have an EP coming out soon, and after that we're hoping to book tours this summer. So we're already booking some festivals over 2025 summer, and then hopefully just get more from then on. But it's pretty difficult with us both like in school right now. But
for sure.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to go to Berklee College of Music too in 2 years. So we'll be at the same college. It would be nice to be back together. But we're hoping to just keep the band together. Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be great. Would you guys be open to like having other people play with you guys, like on a tour, like maybe opening for someone else, starting out on that path?
Yeah, we've definitely talked about having some additions to our band. There some things, being discussed right now. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. We love opening for people. We've got to open for some amazing bands so far, so that would definitely be a good place to start. Yeah.
So you mentioned an EP coming out.
Yeah.
What has that experience been like, recording that whole thing?
Well, we spent most of last winter working on that. I think we timed it was about 30 hours in the studio or something, so it was kind of intense, but it was so fun being in the studio. It was a great experience. It's a 4-song EP. It's going to be coming out in a couple months. We still have some details to work on, but yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Where does most of the recording process happen? Is that like here in Evanston? Is that in Chicago? Like, what is that? Like,
yeah, so we actually found this guy here in Evanston.
Okay.
His name's Steve Rashid. He's amazing. Some of our friends recommended him, but so he did all our recording in his basement. He has an amazing studio.
Yeah, that's fun.
So yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Did it kind of give it that like that homey kind of vibe? That were you looking for something like that?
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty fun. And you two both want to continue this as a career in the future, I assume.
That's the goal. Yeah.
That would be. We would all love to see that coming from
Thank you.
someone coming from Evanston here. That'd be great. Do you have a favorite song or type of song that you like to perform live?
Ooh. Well, we actually gave them a name. When I do these banjo features on stage that are definitely, I don't know how much she likes playing them because I usually kick them at like 200 BPM, very fast. Accidentally. Sometimes I don't mean to. When I'm nervous, I play way too fast. But I always love doing them. We call them banjo burners just because I do them insanely fast, and it's so fun to do on stage. But that's definitely my favorite. I don't know about her.
Yeah, 200 BPM. I don't know. That's quick.
It's happened a couple times.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Are there any like challenges or benefits from playing in a duo with your sister, who I know she doesn't live at home anymore, but when you guys were recording while she was at home, what was that experience like?
Honestly, we kind of get this question a lot. People sort of assume that, we don't get along since, like, sibling band and everything. Honestly, it's sort of weird because we get along really well. I don't think we've really ever had, like, a genuine fight, at least recently. I'm sure we did when we were little. But, yeah, we don't really disagree on that much. So it's, like, nice to, have a built-in best friend and also, band buddy and everything. So, yeah.
That's great. What is one, like, really surprising thing that stood out to you about this, like, journey that you guys have been on? Like, starting a band, recording, performing live, like, something that you didn't expect to happen that...
Honestly, that's a good question.
Or is it pretty much as you expected it?
I don't think I was expecting to get this many shows because it sort of happened... pretty fast. We went from playing at farmers markets, just, like, busking for money to, like, getting booked to play at, like, Merle Fest and, like, these big festivals. So, I don't know. That was just surprising to me because it sort of just, like, blew up. But it's been fun so far.
Yeah, that's really cool. In the future, when your sister comes back and when you can get the band back together, do you have an idea of whether you want to stay in this area or go back to North Carolina maybe, or somewhere completely new?
Yeah, we've talked about that. After we both graduate from Berklee, there are sort of some places that's, like, very, like, bluegrass populated. I guess like a lot of bluegrass people move there. So we were thinking, you know, Nashville is a big one, and also Asheville in North Carolina. So I don't know. We're just thinking about that, but we'll see what's happening with the band and if we're like on the road full time or something. So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Are there any local Evanston musicians that you've gotten to play with? I know we've talked about people that have recorded your music, but anyone in specific that you can share, you'd like to just jam with or, you know, sing with or anything like that?
Yeah, well, actually, it was sort of surprising when I found this out, but there's actually a history of banjo players in Evanston.
Really?
I know 2 banjo players that actually went to ETHS, and one of them was my old banjo teacher, and one of them is one of my good friends who's now touring with a really well-known bluegrass band, the Poe Ramblin' Boys.
Yeah, that's fun.
But yeah. Or no, the Cody Norris Show. But anyway, but they both played bluegrass. And whenever my teachers here like find out that I play banjo, they'll be like, "Oh, did you know these people?" And it's the people I'm thinking. But yeah, so there are a few people that, you know, I love to jam with when they're back, and it's like they're very inspiring to me. So yeah,
that's really cool. About you and your personal music taste, do you listen to mostly bluegrass and the folk and the country stuff, or do you explore a little bit and go out of that?
That's kind of a tricky question because I sort of listen to about every genre. I mean, I love bluegrass, you know, but I love jazz, I love pop, I love rap. I sort of love, like, you know, a lot of different, just like whatever I'm in the mood for. But I do listen to a lot of bluegrass. I love it. So, yeah,
that's fun. I can imagine growing up in North Carolina, like, that's kind of what you're surrounded with, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure that shaped your taste and your sound.
Definitely,
So, yeah. Do you have any advice for any young musicians, young bands, family bands that are growing up around here or anywhere that you'd like to help out a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would say just go for it. I mean, bluegrass is a really fun genre of music to play. Everyone in the bluegrass community is, like, really nice, very, you know, inspiring. It's really easy to, like, meet your idols and just talk to them. They'll always be really nice. I mean, it can be difficult at times, but, I mean, if you just keep going, then it's a really great thing to play.
Yeah, seriously. One more thing. What has being in a sibling duo taught you about either music or just life or family or anything like that?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's always, like, it's sort of been really inspiring to just, like, be in a band with my sister. Just to see that, you know, things can happen, and, like, you know, I never really thought it would go anywhere until we started, like, getting booked for things. So that sort of taught me to just, like, you know, keep going and just, like, keep trying and, like, just see where it goes. And sometimes, you know, great things might happen, like getting booked to play festivals. And,
that's great. Okay, that's about it for today. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. Yeah. Guys, make sure you check out the Sullivan Sisters. We're going to link everything they've got on the Instagram and on the YouTube and on the Spotify. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you having on. Yeah.
That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, or the ink stains that I dried upon some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and keeps you ever gentle on the mind.